Have a nice day, everybody. Today we will discuss about the most important topic in electrical engineering is working principle, EMF, transformation ratio, and types of single phase transformer. Okay. So myself, Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department, GKCEM Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uit@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcem@gisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. You can get all the lectures in my Facebook page and as well as my YouTube channel. So let's start. So these are your syllabus, and your credit point is 5. There are 3-hour lecture in per week and 1 hour tutorial. So I have covered all those general introduction of rotating machine, DC generator and DC motor. So as per I have said, today we will discuss about the first topic of single phase transformer. Also you can see here, single phase transformer, principle of operation, EMF equation, transformation ratio, etc., and also types of transformer. Okay, so before starting my lecture, I want to share with you something which is said by Mr. George Deco, that faith is like electricity. You can't see it, but you can see the light. So let's start. Now we will discuss about the principal operation of transformer. So the transformer is probably one of the most useful electrical device ever invented. It can change the magnitude of alternating voltage or current from one value to another. This useful property of transformer is mainly responsible for the widespread use of alternating currents rather than the direct current. Electrical power is generated, transmitted, and distributed in the form of alternating current. Transformers have no moving part, rugged and durable in construction, thus required very little attention. They also have a very high efficiency, as high as like 98 to 99%. So in this video we will study about some basic properties of transformer. So transformer is a static piece of equipment used either for raising or lowering the voltage. For an AC supply with corresponding decrease or increase in current, it essentially consists of two windings, the primary and secondary, wound on a common laminated magnetic core. Okay, this is the magnetic core and this is primary winding and this is secondary winding. So the winding is connected to the AC supply is called primary winding. This winding is called primary winding, and the other one connected to load is called secondary winding. So this is called secondary winding. So the alternating voltage V1, whose magnitude is to be changed, is applied to the primary. Okay, depending upon the number of turns of the primary N1. So this is called N1, which is called primary turns, and secondary turns N2. And alternating EMF E2 is induced in the secondary. Okay, so this EMF induced in the secondary. This induced EMF E2 in the secondary causes a secondary current I2. Okay, for this E2 a secondary current I2 is invented. Consequently, terminal voltage V2 will appear across the load. Okay, if the V2 is greater than V1, then the transformer is step up transformer, and if the V2 is less than V1, then the transformer is called step down transformer. Now comes to the working. Now when an alternating voltage V1 is applied to the primary, an alternating flux set up in the core. Okay, this alternating flux link both the winding and induce EMF E1 and E2 in them according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, and this happened because of mutual inductance of two winding. So the EMF E1 is termed as primary EMF and E2 termed as secondary EMF. So EMF E1 equals to minus N1 d phi by dt according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, and E2 is equals to minus N2 d phi by dt. So we can again say E2 by E1 equals to N2 by N1 from here. And note that magnitude of E2 and E1 depends upon the number of turns on the secondary and primary respectively. If N2 greater than N1 or V2 greater than V1, we get a step up transformer. On the other hand, if N2 less than N1 and V2 less than V1, we get a step down transformer. If load is connected across the secondary winding, the secondary EMF E2 will cause a current I2 to flow through the load. Thus, transformer enable us to transfer AC power from one circuit to another with change in voltage level. Now, some point to be noted. The transformer, number one, the transformer action is based on the laws of electromagnetic induction. Number two, there is no electrical connection between the primary and secondary. The AC power is transferred from primary to secondary through magnetic flux. Number three, there is no change in frequency. Output power has the same frequency as the input power. Number four, the losses that occur in transformer are called core losses. Core losses, which is made by eddy current loss and hysteresis loss, and copper losses, which is situated in the resistance of the winding. Okay, so in practice these losses are very small, so that output power is nearly equals to the input primary power. In other words, a transformer efficiency is very high. Now we will discuss about the EMF equation of transformer. So when a sinusoidal voltage is applied to the primary winding of a transformer, alternating flux phi m set up in the iron core of the transformer, the sinusoidal flux link with both primary and secondary winding. The function of flux is a sine function. Okay, you can see it from this figure. The rate of change of flux with respect to time is derived mathematically. The derivation of the EMF equation of the transformer is shown here. First of all, we have to know some term. Phi m, please go through this week. Phi m be the maximum value of flux in Weber, f be the supply frequency in Hertz, N1 is the number of turns in the primary winding, N2 is the number of turns in the secondary winding, and phi is the flux per turn in Weber. So as shown in the figure, the above here, that the flux change from plus phi m to minus phi m in half a cycle of 1 by 2f second. So now by Faraday's law, let E1 be the induced EMF in the primary winding. So E1 is minus d psi by dt, where psi is the size N1 phi, and we can write E1 equals to minus N1 d phi by dt, and from here we can write E1 equals to minus N1 d by dt. From the position of phi we can write phi m sin omega t, because since phi is due to AC supply, phi equals to phi m sin omega t. Now E1 equals to minus N1 d phi m sin omega t by dt. So we have to derivative it with respect to time, which is E1 equals to minus N1 omega phi m cos omega t. Okay, from here we can write E1 equals to N1 omega phi m sin omega t minus phi by 2, and so induced EMF lags flux by 90 degree. Okay, now U1 max equals to N1 omega phi m, because this is the maximum value of sine theta, which is 90 degree, is 1. So maximum value of E1 is N1 omega phi m, and we can write E1 max equals to 2 pi f N1 phi m, because omega equals to 2 pi f. Now root mean square, that's mean RMS value is E1 equals to E1 RMS by root 2. Now putting the value of E1 max in the equation 6, we can write E1 equals to root 2 pi f N1 phi m. Okay, and the value of this whole is U1 equals to 4.44 f N1 phi m. Understand? And like this we can derivate the E2, the value of E2, and now equating the equation, this equation, equation 8 and equation 9, we can say E2 by E1 equals to 4.44 f into phi m by 4.44 f N1 phi m. From here we can write E2 by E1 equals to N2 by N1 equals to K, where K is the turns ratio. Okay, this equation called actually turns ratio, where K is known as the transformation ratio. Okay, so this is the EMF equation of transformer. So now we will discuss about the voltage transformation ratio. Okay, so from previous slide, the equation of induced EMF, we have this equation E2 by E1 equals to N2 by N1 equals to K. So now the constant K is called the voltage transformation ratio. Thus K, if K is 5, then N2 by N1 equals to 5, then E2 equals to E1 into 5. Now for an ideal transformer, E1 equals to V1 and E2 equals to V2, as there is no voltage drop in winding, so E2 by E1 equals to V2 by V1 equals to K. Okay, now number 2 is there are no losses, so therefore volt ampere input to the primary are equal to the output volt ampere. So we can write V1 into I1 equals to V2 into I2. From here we can write I2 by I1 equals to V1 by V2 equals to 1 by K. So finally we can write E2 by E1 equals to V2 by V1 equals to N2 by N1 equals to I1 by I2 is K. This equation is called the voltage transformation ratio. Now go through my next slide. Now types of transformer. So there are several types of transformer, but I divided the transformer according to the construction, according to the core medium, according to the voltage level, according to the types of supply, according to their use, according to instrument, and according to place of use. Okay, now one by one I will describe all the types of transformer. So first of all, according to construction. So according to construction, I divided the transformer core type and cell type. So this is the core type transformer, and this is the cell type transformer, and this is the lamination cutoff of core type transformer, and this is the lamination cutoff of cell type transformer. So in core type transformer, the flux is equally distributed on the side limbs of the core. Okay, because core is here. And in cell type transformer, central limbs carry the whole flux and side limbs carry the half of the flux. Okay, So why central limbs carry the whole flux? Because 5 by 2 go through here, these side limbs, and 2 5 by 2 becomes 1, total 5, and it becomes the 5 whole flux, and here 5 by 2 flux will go. Okay, now the primary and secondary winding are placed on the side limbs. Look here, primary winding, secondary winding here. Primary and secondary winding are placed on the central limb in cell type transformer. Okay, so all two windings are here. Now the lamination is cut in the form of L strip. Look here, these are L strip, and lamination are cut in the form of E and I strip. So E and I strip. Now according to core medium. So according to core medium, there are two type of transformer: iron core transformer, air core transformer. The two winding are wounded on iron plates, which provide a perfect linkage path to generated flux. Due to the conductive or magnetic property of the iron, it offers less reluctance to the linkage flux. These are widely used transformer in which is the efficiency is high compared to air core type transformer. Okay, and what is air core transformer? These are the picture of iron core transformer and air core transformer. So what is air core transformer? The primary and secondary winding wounded on non-magnetic strip where the flux linkage between the primary and secondary is through the air. The mutual inductance effect is less in air core compared to the iron core. So the reluctance offered to the generated flux is high in the air medium, whereas the iron core is less. Now according to voltage level, there are two type of transformer: step up transformer and step down transformer. So in this picture you can see that if the number of turn is greater, then the voltage is also greater than primary. So in this secondary, the number of turn is greater, the voltage is greater. Okay, so we can say that if the number of turns and voltage is greater than in secondary is greater than the primary, then it is called step up transformer, and the number of turns and voltage is lower than primary, then it is called step down transformer. In this picture you can see that the number of turns is more, so the voltage output voltage is more. Here the number of turns is less, so the output voltage is less. Now according to types of supply, there are two types of transformer: single phase and three phase transformer. So what is single phase transformer? The single phase requires two wires for completing the circuit: the conductor and the neutral. The conductor carries the current and the neutral is return path of the current. And the single phase supply, the voltage up to 230 volt. It is mostly used for running the small appliances like fan, cooler, grinder, heater, etc. And what is three phase? The three phase system consists of 4 wire, 3 conductors and 1 neutral. The conductors are out of the phase and phase 120 apart from each other. This three phase system is also used as single phase system for the low load, and one phase and neutral can be taken from the three phase supply. And this three phase supply is continuous and never completely drop to zero. Okay, now according to their use, so according to their use we can divide transformer by power transformer, distribution transformer and instrument transformer. And we can divide instrument transformer by CT and PT. CT means current transformer, which is also called series transformer, and PT means potential transformer, which is also called parallel transformer. So now come to the power transformer. Now we have to know what is power transformer. The power transformer is one kind of transformer that is used to transfer electrical energy in any part of the electrical or electronic circuit between the generator and the distribution primary circuit. So this transformer used in distribution system to interface step up and step down voltage. The common type of power transformer is liquid immersed, and lifespan of this transformer is around 30 years. So power transformer can be classified into three types based on the range. They are small power transformer, medium power transformer and large power transformer. The range of small power transformer can be from 500 to 7500 kilovolt ampere. The range of medium is can be from up to 100 MVA, and the range of large power transformer can be from 100 MVA and beyond this. Okay, so the average life of transformer is around 30 years. Now go through the distribution transformer. Distribution transformer is known as typical kind of isolation transformer. The main function of this transformer is to alter the high voltage to the normal voltage like 240 or 120 volt to use in electric power distribution. In the distribution system, there are different kind of transformer available like single phase, three phase, underground, pad mounted, pole mounted transformer. Generally, these transformers are available in different size with efficiencies along with insulating oil. These transformers are available in various size and efficiencies. This selection of this transformer mainly lies in the requirement and budget of the user. These are four types of there are four types of instrument distribution transformer like star star, delta delta, star delta, delta star and zigzag, which is also called delta zigzag. Now instrument transformer. So instrument transformer are two types: current transformer, which is also called series transformer, and potential transformer, which is also called parallel transformer. Okay, not potential, this is potential and it is also called parallel transformer. Okay, now comes to the main thing, what is an instrument transformer? We know that the voltage and current within a power system are very large, thus the direct measurement of voltage and magnitude with high magnitude is not possible. So we need measuring instrument which have a high range of measurements, or there is another technique like using the property of conversion within AC current as well as voltage. A transformer is used to transform the current or voltage down, where turns ratio is known after that determining the step down magnitude using a usual range of the device. So the unique magnitude is decided by simply multiplying the outcome with the conversion ratio. Okay, so such kind of transformer with turns ratio is known as instrument transformer. Okay, so definition is a transformer that is used measure electrical quantities like current, voltage, power, frequency, and power factor is known as instrument transformer. And now this is two types: current transformer and potential transformer. Current transformer is called series transformer, potential transformer called parallel transformer. Now the current transformer, this type of transformer can be used in power system to step down the voltage from high level to low level with the help of a 5 ampere ammeter. This transformer includes two windings like primary and secondary. This current in the secondary winding is proportional to the current in the primary winding as it generates current in the secondary winding. Okay, now comes to the potential transformer. This type of transformer can be used power system to step down the voltage from high level to another lower level with the help of small rating of voltmeter, which is range of from 110 volts to 120 volts. A potential transformer typical circuit diagram is so here. Okay, so these are instrument transformer. So some difference of CT versus PT, which is very important, that the range of this transformer is 1 ampere to 5 ampere and this is 120 volt, and the transformer ratio is high CT for CT and the range transformer ratio is low. For CT the input of this transformer is constant current and for PT the input of the transformer is constant voltage. And this type of transformer called series transformer, which I have earlier said that, and this type of transformer is called parallel transformer, and the impedance of this transformer CT is low but impedance of this transformer is high. And also there are some advantages and disadvantages. Now go through the transformer according to place of use. So according to place of use we can divide a transformer indoor transformer and outdoor transformer. And what is indoor transformer? Indoor transformer covered with a proper roof like as in the processing industry, and this is an indoor transformer. And what is outdoor transformer? Outdoor transformer are nothing but the distribution transformer. Okay, so this is some reference book of your lecture of this lecture also. Electrical Machinery by Dr. P.S. Dhimra, this is a very good book. And Electrical Machine by Ashfaq Hussain and Harun Ashfaq, this is also very compact book. And Principle of Electrical Machine for V.K. Mehta by V.K. Mehta and Rohit Mehta, this is very simple and good book. So thank you, hope you all enjoy my lecture. So in my next video I will go through some other properties of single phase transformer. So stay safe. Thank you.